What's up, YouTube? This is basically part 2 of the video. Granted, it has not been posted yet, obviously, nor has this one, or neither has this one, obviously, considering I'm just not recording it for you guys. But I made it up to the location. Like I told the guy that I even did the transaction with, that I literally just mentioned him. I know in the previous video I did mention his name, but didn't mention the town or anything. I don't believe I did, but like I even told him, I was like, just out of safety and respect, just in general, I didn't mention that. Nor will I in this one, but just to let you guys know, excuse me, I'm trying to get comfortable here. We just finished that up. First thing is, little man, this is your shout out right here. As I just left the house to let you know, and of course, you know, mom and dad was literally right there. I know you're wanting to start your channel. Do like I said, you know, do a little bit of research. It's not a whole lot to get it started at all. Mom and dad, I'm sure you can obviously help him within literally very, very minimal amount of time. You'll be up and going. Start that up. Obviously, if it's cool with mom and dad, mom, obviously, you, like I even mentioned to you, you can sub to the channel as well, or just watch videos, whatever, what have you. I know that, I know dad has subbed to the channel, and then little man, like I even mentioned to you, in front of them, if you want to sub as well, cool. But what I'm getting at on that part is, once you get your channel and everything, come into either comment on any video that I have, or if you happen to pop into a live stream, put your channel name in there. That way, I mean, my channel is not huge at the moment. I mean, I think literally at the time of making this video, we're at 375. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely grateful for every single one of you. I truly am. But I'm also trying to help little man out here, to where if he's wanting to try to build a channel, like I said, you know, if you get it going and everything, get into a live stream or whatever, get in there with dad too, that's fine. Or heck, you, mom, and dad, all three of you can hop in there, but put your channel name in there, and then that way, at least for those that are in the chat, or potentially that watches my live stream in the future, and if anything too, like once you put your channel name in there, I will actually verbally call it out loud, because I'm not certain if like watching, it might be, I just haven't looked into it, if like watching a live stream after they've ended the course, I don't know if you can access chats from that previous live stream or not. So with that being said, once you type it into the chat, I will verbally say it out loud, so that way, guaranteed, at least during the live stream and afterwards, people will hear your channel verbally, and then they can go check you out. So that way, at least, I will do my best to help you with that. And then, again, like I told you right there with your mom and dad, you're still in school, so you have that opportunity to have more people to let know that you got a channel and everything. And especially since it's gaming, a lot of people out there, you know that, a lot of people enjoy gaming and watching gamers play. So there's your shout out, little man. So we'll help try to get your channel up and going. I will do obviously my best to help you. Dad, if you want to start building your channel, I will definitely help you. And mom, like I was sitting there telling you, if there's something that you find that, you know, you might be interested in, you know, putting out there or whatever, do it, try it. I mean, seriously, the multitude of people out there on this planet, everybody has so many different types of interest. Throw it out there. Somebody will get you hook, line, and sinker, and they will start following the channel. So, with that being said, kind of like a shout out to all three of you. I do greatly appreciate the transaction. Went fantastically. Had a great conversation with all three of you. Extremely happy with the transaction and all. And as I showed you guys here, showed you there, YouTube, of previously, you guys got to see the tablet in the box, in the sleeve, and everything else. Obviously, we went through and, like I said, everything. It was a fantastic transaction and all that. And so you guys seen the tablet. So, and remember I was mentioning to you like how, well, oh, you have to mention it to you again, but this is the console that we traded for. So you see how like this side's like the little shiny part, and this is the flat matte, or however you pronounce it. But you know, we both did. He turned the tablet on, of course, made sure it full on worked, 0 issues. He plugged this up, turned it on, 0 issues. So like I said, flawless, wonderful transaction. We were both definitely happy with that. So of course that in general is fantastic, because we all know this day and age a lot of people will try to rip you off and this and that, but no, that was like one of the smoothest, genuine, happiest transaction I've ever actually, that I can think of, that I made through Marketplace. I mean, I've actually done quite a few transactions through Marketplace, but I don't know, it was just good people, and it just, everything felt great about it. Basically here in the bag is just simply the power HDMI, and if I'm not mistaken, a charging cable for a controller. Let me get in here and open this up. I'm not gonna show you guys the power wire and the HDMI, because I mean, you guys already know what the hell that shit looks like, so there's no point in showing that. But of course, you know, just your basic, you know, PS4 controller. I just now even realized that. That's a dope ass little sticker there. Isn't that that's Morty, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can call me out on that if you want, because I do have a Rick and Morty bong that I was actually ripping earlier this morning in chat. So, but I'm pretty certain that's Morty, because Rick is the grandpa. Pretty fucking certain. Or I could be beyond wrong, but anyhow, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that's more than fine. That's just the power and the HDMI. Not a big deal. I can always rent it. I didn't actually have, even though the tablet was brand new, I don't know if the charger might have been like in a drawer or something. I know you guys, of course, are going to watch this a little bit later, and I even told you at the house. I'm not certain where. It might be in the drawer. I'm not 100% certain, but, and it's totally and completely fine. Like, I unfortunately wasn't able to give you a charging cable, which is a C adapter, and you already said that you had one, so obviously, you know, you said you're okay on that end. For me to get a PS4 controller charging cable, it might be $5 or something bucks from GameStop. Not the end of the world. We're both very much okay with our transaction, and I'm thankful for that. And like I told you guys from the last video, I couldn't remember exactly which Final Fantasy it was, but I told you guys I would show you once I actually got it and everything, so that way I wouldn't have to sit there and try to, like, you know, well, it's got, you know, this color or whatever, and whatever this on the box art, so I can just simply show you. It's this one. So there, that. I didn't open it up to see the quality of the disc, which I'm certain it's fucking great. Well, fuck it, we're gonna open it anyway. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna make this video for you guys right quick, and then your boy's gotta get some dashing on. So, oh yeah, that bad boy's flawless, dude. I mean, well, I guess I'll take it out again and show you guys, but yeah, that bad boy is crispy. Crispy, I tell you, crispy. Here's the data disc. That was just a play disc that I showed you. There you go, crispy as well. Now, like I said, I mean, some of y'all might hate me in the comments, but it is what it is. What the heck is this, like box art? Like, oh, so technically, it's a double-sided box art. There's that one, and then I'm gonna try to, like, you guys might already know this anyways, but I'm gonna show you anyhow. So deal with it. Just kidding, but that, I don't know, personally I kind of like the how it's already set up with the box art of that one. I'm cool with that one. But also, like I said in the previous video, even though growing up Final Fantasy has been a game for fucking many years. If it hasn't been around since childhood, it might have even been around since beforehand. I'm not 100% certain, but I just know throughout my entire childhood and into my adult livelihood, or however you want to word that, that Final Fantasy has been there for a long ass time. But as I was sitting there saying in the previous video as well, that I just personally have never been a Final Fantasy fan. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. You know, you guys can hate on me for whatever if you want. It's fine. But no, that's just definitely, it just hasn't been my thing. So, with that being said, either A, it may go on to the Amazon, or not, I don't know why I always say the Amazon store. I need to make one of those, but on the eBay store. It may either go on there, or I might simply take it to GameStop and see if I can trade it for a physical copy of, I think I even mentioned that in the last video, like Tomb Raider or something, like either a game I either have on the backlog, a game I've wanted, or either a game I've already platinum but I don't have the physical copy to. Something of that nature. So you guys just seen that. And another shout out to the mom here. I really appreciate it, because I didn't expect this by any means, but since little man had some questions to ask about, you know, how starting the channel and all that, because he really wants to become a streamer. And honestly, and especially, like, I was sitting there trying to explain to him, like, nowadays, I mean, dude, if you can get into doing that and actually, like, not necessarily saying, like, you have to be, like, fantastic and awesome, like, at every game that you play, but getting on there, having fun, and starting to build a community and everything, it's like, if you start now at your young age, and especially since you're still in school, if you grind on that, and, you know, obviously having fun playing your games and so on and so forth. And as far as I'm aware, channel, he will be doing his on a Nintendo Switch. That was one thing I told him. I don't stream off of a Switch, so I don't fully know how to do that, so I couldn't give him any info on that, you know, end level on it. As you guys know, I just stream through the PS5 for whenever you guys are watching me stream whatever game I'm playing. I'm through the PS5. But no, basically, like, I was sitting there trying to tell him, I did catch his age, but I'm not going to put that out here. Like I said, I'm not going to put their names, where they're located, or anything else like that. Just because I literally even told them in person as I was talking to them, I was like, I made the previous video, and I think only thing I did was mention Dad's name, but I may not have. But I did mention, he's like, you know, that's fine, because, like, this is what I told him. I was like, I'm not trying to sit there and, like, not necessarily dox them, because they don't have anything going on, like, right now, like, trying to build a channel or anything, but I'm just not trying to be rude and putting people's, you know, like I said, I may or may not have actually said his name, but I'm not trying to put, you know, all their info, like, oh, they live in this state, in this city, yeah, no. But no, that's just, like, my whole point to it is, like, you know, if little dude can, and this goes for any of you guys out there too, like, if you're younger, or it doesn't even, you don't even have to be young, like, if you can get into this and make it to where something to the point to where you have a lot of people that are interested in what you put out here on this, it can become either a side hustle or a full-time job of literally making videos, whether it's making videos like this or simply streaming. So but that was, like, my point to it, to tell a little man, and mom and dad, I know you're right there and you could agree, if you get to a point to where it's actually doing you very well financially, you won't even ever have to worry about going to clock in and working for somebody else. Not saying don't ever worry about, you know, having to do that. That might be something you might still want to do, is having a job and doing, you know, YouTube on the side, but get in there, learn how to, you know, start getting it going and everything, and start putting those videos out there, man. Like, you will start getting people to follow your channel and all that, and the more and more games you put out there. That's just one thing. Like, you want to play today, mom and dad says, okay, you got a 4-hour block window to play. Go stream that 4 hours. That way, you might only have 2 or 3 viewers during that time. That's fine. You got those 2 or 3 people that's watching you. Next time, it might go up to 5, so on and so forth. But that's the thing is, like, I try to take my own medicine while I sit there and say this, because I've had moments where, like, I mentally want to play, but it's just like, I just don't want to play. And, like, I kind of crap on myself on that, because it's like, dude, the time I'm sitting there debating on whether to play, it's like 2 or 3 hours debating on what to play, or I'm sitting there fooling around and actually watching other videos on YouTube. But, yes, if you want to do it, get on there, put your time in, make your videos and all that. If you want to learn how to do the whole editing process and all that, by all means. I mean, it's the world and information is at your fingertips. Just Google it, because I mean, like, I even told Mom and Dad, I don't edit, hence the name of the channel is Life Unedited. I don't edit. Maybe at some given point down the road, I might, of course, whenever I'm playing, video games, I'm live streaming them. Granted, I can record all that gameplay as well and kind of make a separate video of, like, little snippets of different points throughout the game to make a whole other video. So there's so many ways of making content and making content off of your content. So that's just it, man. Get out there, sit at home right there with Mom and Dad. I'm sure that they'll sit right there with you and help you. And it's really, really simple. Just enjoy yourself, have fun, play your games, and eventually. But the one thing I'll sit there telling you is, like, not necessarily saying, like, the young age is going to benefit you, but of a factor at your young age, say within a year, you got 2,000 or 3,000 people that are following your channel. You're doing good, and you keep up to where, you keep your content going. Whether you're doing it every day for a couple hours, or, Mom and Dad says, throughout the week you got, like, literally throughout an entire week's, time, you got, say, 20 hours of gameplay spread throughout the week, which at your age I can understand, because of course, Mom and Dad want to make sure that you do your schooling and be a kid, do all that jazz, but also, hey, to have your fun playing time of doing your video games. You got 20 hours. Use that 20 hours to not only obviously have fun and enjoy your game, but use that to stream, make your content for your channel. And you're young, and it doesn't matter being young or old. Use that noggin, man. Be creative. Just, make certain cool things and everything. People will, they'll catch on, and everybody has to start off, being small. So you start off making content and everything, man. It's like, put it this way to you, buddy. I went from the last 3 days. Now, these were small numbers, because, like, some people out there will laugh, like, oh, yeah, that's just, like, that's just, booty little, tiny numbers. It's still every day. Like the other day, I did Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It was an hour and 20 minutes. I finished off the only thing I had left was the 2 elite ships out of the four ship battles, but there's a total of 5 ships. But once I defeated the double ship, I went back and did Siren Song for the Platinum. That was an hour and 20 minute stream just in its own. I gained 3 subs from that. And then I think it was a little bit later on that night, since I was done with Black Flag, I went back into PUBG because I enjoy playing that. I gained 3 subs just in general, just in that stream alone. And then I did something else, I can't remember of what it was, then I turned around and I ended up gaining another one. So I ended up, within 2 days, I gained 7 subs. Like I said, it could be slowly, to where, like, you might gain a sub or 2 in a week. It could be 20 in a week. You never know. It just depends on what you put out there. People like it. And not everybody's going to sub to you either. So, keep that in mind. Some people might just simply, and I know that we all do it. Just because every single YouTube video that you come across, you might like it, but doesn't mean that you're going to sub to the channel. So keep that in mind. Just because you might be doing a live stream and you might have 20 people watching you, it doesn't mean that all 20 of those people are going to sub to your channel. But in the long run, you also need to work on your WTH, which is your watch time hours. You guys can all like sit down once you go to getting that all put together and everything. You guys can between yourself and your parents, you can figure out how all that works. It's really simple. It's just the fact that you got to put your time into it, just like any other job or anything else in life. You got to put your time into it to reap the benefits that are in time to come, if that's something you want to stick with. Which I think when I was sitting there telling you at the house before I left, like the whole factor, like you start grinding on it now, probably as long as you're putting out the content, and of course you keep that fan base going and everything else, you never know, buddy. You might, by the time you get literally, and I'm not even BSing you, by the time you get in high school, I don't know what grade you're in. I didn't even bother because that's not none of my business to ask. But no, I would say by the time that you get into high school and you continue doing this and you keep that fan base, I mean, you never know, dude. You might be able to literally leave out of high school and be able to buy yourself a car. I know I told you literally that right there in the living room with your parents right there. It's just, enjoy yourself, play your games, but as you're streaming, you're going to build your channel. You're going to, the bottom line is you're going to enjoy playing your games. So that's the number one. Screw all the financing, the financial benefits and all that to it. Enjoy playing your games. Number one, enjoy yourself. Everything else will just slowly follow suit. You'll get there. You just got to start. So, little man, that was your double shout out, if you will. But I did tell you I would give you a little bit of a shout out in the video there, and I will, like I said, if once you get that and you see me in a live stream, and mom and dad, help remind him or whatever, once he gets that going, throw that name out there. I will give you a shout out through the live stream, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out on the video or on the channel itself. To my guys, since we did the trade deal, like I said, I may have or I may not have actually mentioned your name in the previous one. If I did, I mentioned to you at the house that that's a possibility, and you were fine with that, which I'm glad, because I know some people are like, dude, why would you do that? You didn't ask for my permission. But you're hella cool with it. I appreciate it. I appreciate the deal that we came to, and that we both know that neither end was trying to do any type of scheming or ripping off. Like I said, that was one of the best transactions I've literally have ever had through Marketplace. It was smooth. Everybody was respectful, honest, all of that. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. And again, as everybody knows, he is a sub to the channel, and he has watched and commented and on the live stream. So again, on that end too, thank you, and I appreciate it. And same goes for you. If you ever want to actually try to build a channel, I'll do the same thing for little man for you. Mention the channel name or whatever within the live stream, and I'll holler at I'll give you a shout out as well. And mom, sorry to leave you last, but I told little man I would give him a shout out, and then of course I have to appreciate the husband and dad there for making the transaction. So moms, you're the last on the list. Sorry to put you last, but I don't want to leave you out here. I greatly appreciate you, because you actually gave me a few ideas on the channel, because I'll tell you guys, as me and her was having the conversation about it, I know because even dad even mentioned, because I know YouTube has some movies, and and you guys might have even gotten on YouTube and seen it, where of course you can either rent the movies or whatever off of there. I had an idea at one time, and not to say that it's not an idea that I'm just going to say I'm done with it and not going to go with it, if I can do it without having any type of copyright strikes or anything else like that, is to chill and watch a movie and have you guys watch a movie with me. I don't know if that is possible to do or not. Excuse me. In all honesty, in ways, if it's possible, and if it helps literally to grow the channel, obviously subs wise, that's one thing, and awesome. Now, if it gives me copyrights or whatever, to the point, obviously, I think copyright will get you to the point to where said video won't be monetized, but if I can use certain steps in order to build the channel from that factor just to get to my sub count up in order to get to the point of monetization, I will be fine with that. And then after that point, actually use content to where, of course, I'm going to start getting monetized for. So if and only if that is a potential, you guys will start from time to time seeing that on here. The other thing I was sitting there thinking, I don't mind every once in a while reading a good book. I know that there are a lot of people out there that like to read books. Moms was sitting there talking about, book reading and such, how she loves to read books. And I even mentioned to her, of course this is all within the shout out to you moms, I've even thought about, I don't think it would be a copyright or anything. Again, it'd be something I'm going to look into, because I was even told her, go for it. If it's something that you can do. There's so many people out there on this planet. Everybody has so many different types of interests. We all know this. So I told her, I was like, go for it, try it. You never know. You might end up running into quite a few people that enjoy you sitting there reading a book. I even told her that I was interested. I thought about doing so. Say, start your channel off with reading books, and it's like what I was sitting there mentioning to her. Say, go about picking whatever book that you want, whether you want to start off with a series, it's whatever your favorite author is, whatever type of genre that the story is, so many different things. But like I told her, what I would do is, so for like one video, I would read, like, each day read a chapter, whether it's 2 to 10 pages, read a chapter a day. That's putting a video a day and a chapter a day on your channel, so the people that are there that either sub or watch, because like I said, granted, sub count does count to the point of getting monetized. And granted, obviously, anybody would want to grow their channel more and more and more. I would about imagine, obviously, but I could be wrong. But also, you want those WTH, the watch time hours, because as far as I'm aware, once you get to the point of being monetized, I could be corrected if I'm wrong. So if anybody that watches this, if you are monetized, please do leave a comment down there in the comments. But I'm almost certain just because you're monetized doesn't give you a guarantee each month to get paid. You have to hit a certain amount of WTHs per month in order to get paid. I could be wrong. Like I said, if anybody out there that happens to watch any of my videos, or specifically this one, and if I'm wrong, please do let me know. And anybody else, if I am in the wrong on that, I could be completely wrong, or I could be right. Not certain. But yes, I thought about doing that, as I mentioned that to you at the house. It's like, and you were sitting there talking about, like, you enjoy anime and things of that nature. Find something to where, like, if you like to draw or anything, you got collectibles or something, anything, if it's on there, and like however you want to title your video, whatever, people click on pretty much freaking anything. So it's like, as long as it piques their interest, they're going to click on it. And then of course, if they click on it and whatever you have in your video interests them, most likely you're going to gain a sub, and then you're going to have people that start watching your videos. But my main part of my shout out to you is, thank you so very much. I know you did not have to do this, and you knew I wanted it, because I'm sure the husband told you. I was very much interested in it, considering the factor in the original Marketplace post. Of course, I seen the Final Fantasy with it, and the husband did say that it did come with it. And then I seen up on the UI, because of course on Marketplace, just to let anybody, you're viewing, anybody that is viewing this video, of course, you go to buy something, electronic item, you want to make sure obviously it works before you buy it, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't work for my money just to turn around and potentially just buy something off of somebody and it doesn't work. But no, like in the actual initial marketplace post, it showed very first picture was the TV and it had the UI on it. So automatically, I seen the PS4 works. So like, cool, that right there is, to me, was proof enough. But like I said, once we got to the house and everything, he turned it on and all that, and showed me right in front of my 4 eyes it works without a hitch. And of course, so does the tablet. So hence why not an issue with the transaction there. But for you there, Miss Wifey, I appreciate that what you did there for me. I didn't expect the little man to have questions, but he did, and I was more than willing to answer them for him and, help him as much as I could there. And, of course, I will try to do as much as I can to help him in the future as well. But since I noticed a certain game on the UI, and hubby even told me that he wasn't allowed getting rid of it because you said no, I just kind of thought that was kind of funny. But since I answered the kiddos' questions there and everything, I am giving this shout out to you because I appreciate it. I'm pretty certain you actually went, if I'm remembering correctly, you went actually in the back room and grabbed it, and you gave me it. I seen this in the UI, and I even asked him, like, does that come with it? And he's like, no. I was like, crap. But it was okay. I was like, I'm not going to sit there and stress it by any means. It's like, I thought that the deal that was going on was already a pretty good deal. But, yes, thank you very much. And it looks like literally everything is up in this bad boy. It's got a smudge or two, but hey, when you get something for free, you don't complain in any way, shape, or form. At least you shouldn't. I mean, this is a simple t-shirt wipe and we're good to go. So I am extremely grateful, and thank you very much for giving it to me. This one will stay in the collection. Final Fantasy, maybe not, but yeah, the Evil Within here will definitely, it may or may not be. I think I did tell you, like, at some point I was like, it probably will be played. I'm gonna have to check out the difficulty, because just knowing on the gaming end, I do want to have the 100% in the platinum. It's like, I know that this game is like, oh dude, that's some dope ass fucking box art right there. I kind of like that better than that's sick. I do like that. Let me try to slide this back down in here without bending the crap out of anything and everything, but there we go. So yeah, not only was this the original to come with it, but thank you, wifey, because you added the Evil Within that bundle deal there, because since the little man had some questions, and like I said, obviously I was doing my best to try to answer them and help him out. And I will continue to do so. Like I said, once he actually gets his channel up and going, I will do my best on my end to let my viewers and such know, and we'll do our best here to help him get up and going. But I just wanted to say thank you, because you did not have to give that game to me. I appreciate it. To Dads, thanks for making the transaction and trade. It was very, very simple, and we all got along very well, and just chatted for a little bit. But thank you. You guys literally made that transaction, like, literally, I think one of the best, if not the best, Facebook Marketplace transaction that I've ever had. And then, yeah, little man, I'll leave you kind of last at this point. Like I told you, have mom and dad help you. It's not a whole lot of homework, but just do the little bit of research to, get your channel up and out and going. And like I said, you got all summer, man. Get anything that you need to go, because now, to let my channel know here, he's on a Switch, so I don't know how to go about streaming through YouTube on the Switch, if you could even do that. I don't know. You may be able to. I'm not certain, because that hasn't been an avenue that I've wanted, not necessarily that I want it, that I've been down. So I don't know. You very well may be able to stream through it on YouTube. You may not. I don't know. Hence another thing. Did a little bit of research, and then I would about imagine you can. It's just a factor of do that little bit of research, a little bit of homework, and you'll get it figured out. And then, like I said, once you do, between mom and dad and myself, we'll help you out, and we'll help get your channel growing. But other than that, guys, like I said, I made the first video of showing you, of course, the tablet and everything that I was making the trade with. Then I told you guys I would show you, what I full on actually give you the visual of what I traded it for. And that being said, of course, you guys won't get this probably till a little bit later on tonight once I get back home, and then you'll get kind of like part 1 and part 2 of the trade deal there. So you guys will get that, and then like I even said in the previous video, I probably won't be home until it's already 8 o'clock now. Yeah, it'll probably be like midnight or 3 something. It'll be late before I get back home, but we'll be streaming whenever I get back home. And other than that, you guys have a fantastic, what is this, Tuesday. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Again, thank you to all 3 of you for welcoming me into your home. Thank you for very much a fantastic transaction of doing a trade and just simply bullshitting and chatting with you guys. It was fun. I mean, like I said, I don't think I've ever went through a transaction. Usually they're just like, of course, like, here's the money, here's the product, done, good to go. But I'm glad that we, sitting there BSing, and obviously that, like I said, we both made sure that both products worked. We were both satisfied and good to go. So I'm going to hop off here, and I've never dashed in this town. And like I told him, of course, I'm not going to mention where I'm at, but it's a new town. I'm a bit north from home, and you guys know where I live. Well, not my home, obviously, but the town I live in. So we're probably about at least 30 minutes north of where I live. So we're going to hop off here in this video for you guys, and then we're going to throw some DoorDash on, and we're going to dash in a whole new town. So, and most likely before both parts of these videos get uploaded, if I see anything cool enough to make a short for, of course you guys will see that, and you'll probably get to see a short before you will get to see these videos, because the first one was like 20 something minutes and this one's pushing over 37. My bad, but at least I wanted to get everything out in the first video, and I wanted to get everything out in the second video. So thank you guys very much for your time. I apologize that it's long, but like I just said, it got everything out. I appreciate if you stayed to the very end. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you sub to the channel or you just simply stopped by and you spent your time to listen to me jabber on. Thank you. But yeah, it's time for me to quit jabbering, and I need to go make some money. So we'll see you guys later.